Hello, this is Patrick, and we're on our way to the Robo taxi event for Tesla. I'm trying a different mount here to see if it's a little bit more stable. Can't really tell. Anyways, I'm driving. I'm driving in the Cybertruck, hands-free, downtown LA, and so far so good. it's, it's not too bad. There's only like, 4 lanes of traffic. I'll go ahead and switch around so you can see what's going on here. So this is the last hour, 45 minutes drive down to the Warner Brothers lot where they're holding the Robo taxi event for Tesla. And they're going to unveil the supposedly $25,000 Tesla and or Robo taxi. It's supposed to be a smaller, cheaper to produce vehicle. And, the latest in full self-driving, which is currently supervised, but the theory is they're going to unveil the first unsupervised. So I don't know if they'll have to have safety drivers this go around tonight. They're probably going to have us get in Teslas that are going to drive around the Warner Brothers lot without a driver, or at least they'll be doing it what I'm doing right now, which is hands-free and just looking ahead of the road, being ready to take over if we need to. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they show tonight. It's kind of exciting. They just mass released this latest full self-driving update to all the Teslas that is end-to-end neural nets. So it's all being done through large language model learning. And they fired up a massive supercomputer in Texas, and they're crunching all the numbers, and they're reiterating versions like crazy over the past couple weeks. This is a Tesla Cybertruck, and it just got full self-driving a few days ago. I drove down from Wyoming. Last night, I went to Las Vegas, and then this morning I went from Las Vegas into LA. Honestly, the freeway part of it, no interventions. Like, the only thing that's a little bit off is it doesn't seem to like going over like 78 miles an hour. You have to hit the accelerator if you want to go over that, and then it'll eventually kind of slow back down to it for some reason. Not an issue with other Teslas or full self-driving builds, so I'm sure they'll get that fixed. Hey, look, it's a big old Tesla building. It says, demo drive here, sales, delivery, Tesla. This is live. I'm able to see if you guys comment below if you have any questions about what's going on. Last time it was here in LA, it was for the unveiling of the Cybertruck, which I was very fortunate enough to get into last minute. I was like actually super lucky because I just went to the event outside of the event because I didn't get invited to the main event, and somebody gave me their pass on the way out so I could go in, which was really cool. So I didn't get to see like the main unveiling live, but they had a big old screen at the side event, and Truckload was there with Simone. That was kind of cool. And then afterwards I went in and got to actually see the Cybertruck in person, and it was pretty cool. And now I'm back, with an actual Cybertruck driving it, or it's driving me. So I'm back in the Tesla Cybertruck that's driving me to the event for the Robo taxi unveiling. I think there's going to be some really unique, or really interesting surprises tonight. I mean, not a whole lot of surprises because we know what they've been working towards forever. And every year Elon says that, we're going to have, full self-driving by the end of the year. And they took it out of beta earlier this year, and they called it full self-driving supervised. So supposedly, with the current build and the neural nets, they can take all this data, they can throw it into the cluster, and they can build a new model and kick it back out to all the Teslas every couple weeks. And they're exponentially increasing the amount of, or decreasing the amount of intervention. So an intervention is when you got to take over because it's trying to do something stupid, like it's in the wrong lane, or it's too close to another vehicle, or it's, you know, swerving, you know, on a narrow turn into the over a line marking or something like that, which is really solid. Like this current build, I'm not seeing that, like any of that stuff at all. The only issue I had back in my little town of Riverton was some of the lane markings it wasn't recognizing on which turning lane to be in. But once I got out of Wyoming, I haven't had any issues with it being in the wrong lanes. Although right now I'm in a HOV lane and there's only one of me, so I am intervening as I say that to get out of the HOV lane. Although, yeah, I think you have to have a sticker if you're to be in there, or you used to have a sticker. I think they stopped doing that now because so many people have hybrids or electric vehicles. I don't know. I'm not from California. Let me know if you know. Hey, thanks people online watching. Like I said, let me know if you want to know from the event so I can kind of report back afterwards. They actually invited me to this event, which is crazy because I've been invited to an event since the Roadster and semi event. I actually went to most of the events. I went to the one for the three, when they actually released all or delivered the first Model 3s, the Model Y, the Gigafactory opening. Oh, I'm taking over. Just trying to get into that HOV lane. I actually disengaged. See if it'll stay out of that lane. So we're getting close. We're about 36 miles away. I did a stream earlier today, and apparently it was for like 45 minutes, which was a lot longer than I was expecting. I was thinking I'd hop on for like 10 minutes. I was trying to mount the camera back further so you can see the screen, but the Cybertruck screen is just straight up massive. I think it's 19 inches. It's big. So I have to put the camera like further back than I can get to, so I wouldn't be able to see comments or control of the screen or see what I'm doing. So right now with the full self-driving supervisor, there's a little blue squircle that's showing that it's driving itself, and a little green dot means it's monitoring your vision, that you're paying attention to the road, and it's doing all the driving itself. It was interesting on X, somebody was commenting how the Cybertruck can drive itself, and the Cybertruck account posted that the steering wheel doesn't wiggle anymore. Now, I don't know. It's you tell me. Like the older full self-driving builds, especially at corners and stuff, the steering wheel would kind of jitter. And then Elon mentioned, because this is steer by wire, this percent still turn and the steering wheel would not move. It's basically a video game controller. It's steer by wire, so there you could literally like pop it off and put it over there, and they wouldn't have to do anything mechanically different. So it is turning, but it is dynamic. So like when you're at different speeds, it adjusts kind of the ratio of how much it turns. And there I go into the HOV lane again, man. Maybe it considers itself a person and that I'm the passenger. I don't know. It's carpool only. 2 or more people. I am just one person. So that's something that they need to fix. Well, actually, that's something I think you can turn off in the navigation. Maybe that's what I need to do, is I need to tell it to stay out of the HOV lane. Okay, so it's set to avoid tolls, avoid ferries. Oh, yep, HOV lanes are on. So that was my bad. I need to tell it to not use them. There, now hopefully it'll stay out of the HOV lane. I'm from Wyoming, we have no HOV lanes, so it's not something I'm really used to doing. Again, I see there's a lot of people watching. Go ahead and shoot a question. If there's anything you want to know. If you're just tuning in, I'm driving from Riverton, Wyoming to LA to Burbank, Warner Brothers studio lot for the Tesla Robo taxi unveiling tonight. And ahead of time, Tesla released their latest build of full self-driving, supervised, with hands-free. And it's like, so I also have a Ford F-150 Lightning with Blue Cruise, and it has hands-free. And they are totally different systems. The Blue Cruise is like Autopilot 1.0, but it allows you to not touch the wheel if you're looking directly ahead. But if you look at your phone or even the navigation screen for more than just a couple seconds, and barely even like 1 second, it's like eyes on the road to beeps. And it doesn't even, it only works on freeways, and it only works on really well marked roads and ones that aren't too curvy. Like canyons and stuff, it really struggles with. Now, I took it from Riverton to Las Vegas in the spring, the Lightning, and it was kind of cool doing hands-free. You could do things like, eat snacks and stuff without having to worry about holding the wheel. But this full self-driving is a whole other thing. It's like it's actually following the navigation. It's doing all the turns and stops and lane changes, and it's following it. And even to the point where it gets into the parking lot and it's going and it's parking. That part needs some work, but with actually Smart Summon on the other Teslas, it's getting there. Like it seemed to memorize where I park at work, and it took me from my parking lot at home to my parking space in my office and parked, like without touching the wheel. Super impressive. The Cybertruck doesn't have actually Smart Summon yet. I imagine it's coming soon. So it seems to get a little bit lost once you get into a parking lot. Like it'll take you to an address. It will park if it's the parking's simple. It'll like park in front of a building, which is kind of cool. And it actually took me out of my parking garage in Las Vegas this morning. It navigated down and out the parking garage. I made it all the way to the bottom, and then it was starting to try and go into the basement, so I had to take over at the level where I needed to exit. There, now it's staying out of the carpool lane, now that I told it not to use it. So that's good. All right, let's see how far away we are now. So we're 29 miles away. It is 2:30. The parking lot opens at 3 o'clock. Or no, it's not 2:30. It's only 2 o'clock. So I'm a half hour away from getting there. It's going to be a half hour before it even opens. If there's anything exciting going on in the parking lot while we're waiting for the event to open up, it's going to be at 7 o'clock. I'll go ahead and start a new stream. Thank you guys for watching. We'll talk again soon. If you like these videos, please like, share, subscribe. You can also talk to me on Twitter. I'm at Walking Crow. Thanks. Bye.